Hi, my name is Jenny Grainger, and this is one of the videos as part of my series of midlife gap year videos. For those of you who've been following so far, you'll know the story, but just in a brief form, I've decided to take a midlife gap year, which basically means I'm condensing all my work with my life coaching clients and my courses that I run, and condensing all those into 1 week a month. So for the rest of each month throughout 2014, I am free to do what I want. And this is a great example of what's happening this year so far. I think it's the 23rd of February. I had to think about that. That's a very good sign for me. It's a Monday morning. It's about 11:30. The sun's shining, but a bit blustery. And I'm in the greenhouse. If you had told me 9 years ago that this would have been possible, this type of life would have been possible, I would have laughed at you. You know, 9 years ago I had just literally set up Fresh Start Coaching. 10 years ago, I suppose is a better example. 10 years ago, I was so stressed out, it was beyond belief, you know. I was working as a TV producer at the time. I was trying to be a mum. I was just trying to be super domestic goddess, as well as holding down a fairly high-powered job, you know, and it was tough. It was tough. And so I started planting a few seeds about 10 years ago. And the seeds were something like, I want more space, I want more time, I want more peace, I want more well-being, I want to be healthier. Those were the little seeds that I was putting into the ground 10 years ago. And I suppose this is the culmination of it. Here I am, it's a Monday morning, mid-February, and I'm out in the greenhouse. I've just been out for a lovely walk with the dogs and just had a really easy morning. My greenhouse, I think, is a pretty good representation of what's going on in my life at the moment. I've never had an organised greenhouse before. Now, I love the garden and I love being out in it, but I haven't had time before to get really organised, to plant things at the right time, to watch them grow, to see I've got some broad beans coming up here already. So what I'm doing now is I'm planting seeds that are going to grow into lovely vegetables and flowers for us in the summer months. And I have time to do that, and time is something that's becoming more and more precious, I think, to a lot of us, and it's a big part of why I took this gap year, why I've made this midlife gap year, and why I've taken the plunge to do this. In the first video that I made in this series, I was talking quite a lot about the fear of lack of money, and how the financial side of things was all going to pan out this year. Obviously we're only into the end of February, so far so good. But what I am noticing, and what Owen, my partner, and I are really noticing, is that the more time we have, the less money we actually need, which is really interesting. We've been really, really productive and really creative around the house and the garden over the last couple of months. So we've been preparing, I mean, all these seed trays here are full of, they're going to be vegetables. So most of our fruit and veg for the summer months is going to be homegrown this year, which is fantastic. Some of you watched a video right back at the start of this where I was up painting the front of the house. You know, that's something that in the past I would have paid somebody else to do because I didn't have the time or the energy to do it. We've been remodeling flower beds around the place. We've been just generally creating beauty. We're decorating a bedroom and things at the moment. And all these things we would have probably paid people to do. Oh, one of the other things I've been doing this month, which I've really enjoyed in the last 10 days or so, is upcycling furniture. So taking old bits of furniture and turning them into something new, which is just fantastic. But again, you need time to do those. And I know a lot of you have commented and dropped me emails saying how much you're enjoying the videos, and that you know, there's an element of jealousy that I've got so much time. But don't forget, I've made a conscious decision to do this. I've created this time and space. 10 years ago, I didn't believe it was possible to be self-employed and doing something that I loved doing and earning enough money at it. But I took that leap and grew my wings on the way. And so far, 9 years on, Fresh Start Coaching has been going very well. And that's afforded me a lovely lifestyle over the last 9 years. And now this is kind of taking it to the next level. This is really sort of taking the next leap and saying, okay, well, you know, if I don't want to work full time, if I want more space, you know, what would that look like? And is it possible? So as I say, what we're realizing is the more time we have, the less money we want. And it's just making me think so much about our society and what a consumer society we live in now. I've even noticed over the last few weeks that the way I do food shopping has changed. You know, I'm not in a rush anymore. I can take my time, I can shop around, I can get good bargains, I can enjoy shopping locally and going, you know, taking my time going into the local shops rather than doing it all in a big supermarket, which I would have done in the past just to save time. So maybe over the next week or so you could have a little think about, you know, the things that you spend money on that you do that because you don't have enough time, and are there any other ways in your life that you could create a bit more time, whether it be through, you know, maybe watching a bit less TV in the evening, or whether it be through managing your time a bit better, making different choices for yourself. One of the things that used to take a bit of time for me was going down to the gym a couple of times a week. And what I'm realising is I don't even need my gym anymore because I'm so active here around the garden and painting and up and down ladders and, you know, doing what Owen calls integrated exercise, that I really don't need to be going down to the gym and also spending that money, never mind the time as well. So have a little think about it. Have a little think about what seeds you're planting for the next 10 years of your life, or even just the next 6 months. You know, what is it you'd really like to see growing? Because this is the law of attraction in action. You know, I planted 9, what are these, spinach seeds a month ago. I don't know whether they're all going to take. So far I've got a few little babies here. Some of the other ones haven't appeared yet. They might not. But you know, when I was planting them, they were just tiny seeds, and we're going to be eating these fairly soon. Well, obviously, when they're a bit bigger. So have a little think about the seeds that you're planting this springtime, and I'll be in touch very soon. If you want to be kept up to date with these videos, if you're enjoying them, just subscribe on the subscribe button on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which is Fresh Start Coaching, and you'll get a notification. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a lovely week.